Hello parents, this is teacher Miriam. I'm making this video to show you a possibility for addressing a challenge that we have in the pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, foundations, grade 1, maybe grade 2 classes. So the challenge is that we can no longer deliver worksheets to students because of the lockdown and the fact that we are not able to drive around in vehicles to go and deliver things. That means worksheets will have to be delivered electronically. But that's obviously could be a problem for many of you. If you don't have a printer at home, printing out a worksheet could be something that's impossible for you to do. So there are some electronic options. This particular option that I'm showing you is for the PC, but there are similar options that you could use on Mac or on Android devices like tablets or phones. All right, so let's say you get a document. So I'm just going to use something from the internet here. So there's this right here. I'm just going to give this a copy. And then I'm going to go into here and I'm going to paste this into Paint. I can resize it. It's lovely, easy to use. There's a challenge with Paint, however. In Paint, let's say a child decides to paint this. Sorry, I have to grab a pencil. Let's say a child paints the orange green by mistake. There we go. All right, they choose to paint the orange green and they want to erase because they made a mistake. When they erase, you can see that they erase the whole image, and there is no way to fix that. So the only way for you to address that problem is for you to either re-input the picture in again, restart, or redraw or erase for them. There's some huge challenges. So I have found another program. It's called Artweaver, free. And this program will allow you to do some things a bit differently. So in here, I still have that image copied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, I'm going to import, and I'm going to import from my clipboard because that's where it's saved. And there it is. There's my image. All right. So now let me show you some features of this right here. So first off, over here on the top right, there's a preview pane. I can zoom in over here, which is lovely. That means the children can get a nice big picture that they can color on. All right. And then also right here beside the preview, you've got color set and color wheel. So you can pick which one. They can just pick on a color, tap a color that they want, or that they can go in here and pick a color they want. Okay. On this side of the screen right here is the brush. So there is your brush button. It's on the left-hand side right at the top. You have a lot of brush options. If you look here at the top, there's a drop-down menu. And you can see all of these different options of what you can do brush-wise. I think for the sake of simplicity with the children, it makes sense to just keep them with a very simple, let's say pencils, a 2B pencil, and just go with that. You don't want them to be playing around with that too much. So then what you can do is, let's see, what color do I have set right now? Yeah, red is a good example. So that's a thin line, but you can just change that to thicker lines right here at the top. So you can give the kids something that makes more sense for them in what they're doing, okay? All right, but we still have a problem because this is still erasable, okay? So that's my eraser, and I'm erasing here at the top. And when I erase, it erases part of my orange there as well. And the reason for that is because I haven't created a new layer. So let me show you how that works. Over here, this tiny little icon right here on the on the right-hand side near the top, this is a layers button. So right now you have one layer. It's called background, okay? As soon as you hit that, you can create a new layer. And there's just an option there, new layer. You're going to have to do this for the younger kids. Maybe 6, 7-year-olds can learn to do this on their own, but the younger ones you'll definitely have to do this for. It doesn't matter what you name this layer. You can leave it just what it is, okay? And now, because we're selected layer 1, you can see when I try and erase, it doesn't work. If I go back to the background and erase, it works. But if I'm on this layer, it doesn't work. See that? Okay, so that's how easy it is. So now that you've created a layer where the children can't erase the work that's already been done, now they can go ahead and color. So they can take the orange here, click on it, and go ahead and, sorry, I had my eraser selected, which is why it wasn't working. I can go over here, select my pen marker, take this, which does not really look like orange. Let's try again. All right, and I can color orange. So as you can see, this actually layers color. So the more your child goes at it, the more layered color they'll have. So you can end up making a bit of a mess, but as I said, it's not a big deal. You just go over here to your eraser tool, they can erase it. You can say, let's try that again. Let's go to the color wheel, and you're gonna just pick this color right here, and then go back, pick the pen, and then just color it in. There we go. I think that's orange. I hope that shows up as orange. Then they want to go to the next one. They want to color the strawberry red. So we can go over here to red, and we can color a nice red strawberry. Okay, so that's basically the options on how this works. And we can color a green apple. They're going to be a little bit messy, and that's fine. Now let's say the teacher actually wants them to write something, okay? So you can go back to this pen option, and you can give them a much smaller pen. And you can pick it set black, and you can ask them to write. Let's say they need to write the word orange. But if they are anything like me, they will write very, very badly on this paper, because I can't write nicely with a mouse. I'm actually very bad at it. So you have another option. Your other option is to create a text box, which is this giant T here on the left-hand side. And then you just click that on your page. You see now you have a text box in there, and then you can write in the word. Okay? And you'll notice when I typed in the word strawberry, I actually created another layer. This is a layer all by itself. And in this here now, I can change some things. I can change the size of the word strawberry. So you can see I'm making it giant or small. I can change the color of the word strawberry. Let's decide I want to write strawberry in blue. Okay. It often takes a minute to apply. I think I missed it though. There we go. Okay, so I have a lot of options here. Now, this is something I do every time I work on this program. I forget, and then I get annoyed, and then I remember. Right now, if I pick on the pen and I try and do something with the pen, it will not work. And that's because I have not hit apply yet. I have to finish this word with the word apply, and then I'm done. And now you can see that the layer that was called layer 2 is now called strawberry. So now that word is clicked in. I still have text, so now I can create a new one. I can call this one orange. There it is. And then I apply it, and now I have an orange layer as well. Okay, and that just goes through. Now that I've applied, I can actually do some more with my pen. But not here, because I'm on the orange layer. I have to click back onto layer 1, and then I can write with my pen. I always have to be on the right layer in order to impact and work things. So it's a little bit trickier. So that's kind of your two options of what you can do. If you don't mind, the kids messing sheets up and having to erase and reload, Draw is a lot simpler for you to use because there aren't as many specific things to remember how to use and apply and all of that. However, if you don't want to do that, if you want to just put a sheet out there and let the kids go crazy on it with the coloring that they're going to do or whatever it is that they're going to do on it, then this option here, Artweaver Free, which you can download onto your PC, is a really good option because you can create you can create a layer that is your writing layer, and none of these other layers will allow you to write. You can't write on strawberry layer. You can't write on orange layer. You can't write on background layer. Well, you can write on background layer, sorry. But you don't want to, because that means when you erase things, you erase the background too. Let me grab the eraser. Okay. See the color gets left though, because that was a different layer that you put it on. Okay. So this is a really good option if you want something that's a little bit more complicated, but also allows the children to make mistakes that you can fix. So I'll let you figure out what you can do. There are similar type programs that you can use on Android devices or on Mac devices. And if you need some help finding some, just let me know. All right, thanks.